Hello Virgos, how you doing? Welcome to your energy messages this week here on the Astroflower. Did you see the messages from energy, the general message from energy? It was all about a veil that's being taken away from the reality that is around us, helping us to manifest things. This week here, I think it's converting ideas into reality. You're finally sort of seeing things happen for you. That's what it's sort of coming out in regards to the elements and the Astroflower and so forth. And it makes you feel very productive this week here. But it's not the end. It's things are starting to happen for you. That's what it feels like there. So, and it's realizing that we're the key to our own universe. It's really important as well. So that's on the messages from energy. Let's see about the energy messages for you. We're also going to look at your chakra sequencing as well. And we'll have a look at your aura and pull a few cards at the end. So in the meantime, let's just connect with the energies that's going on. There we go. Black and white for you. Not that the energy is black and white, but there's dark blue and light blue. There's no sort of hazy middle section here for you. It's a real definition of yes, that works and that doesn't work. But you've got to choose as well what works for you. You've got to feel it, you've got to understand it, you've got to know it. But the thing is, it does come from, you've already set this in motion. So yeah, recognizing what's good for you will then give you that sense of things are now starting to happen for me. Once you start getting those sensation of things start happening and getting the results, once you start getting those results, you just need to auto feed it. And that's where manifestation can really help out and change your life incredibly in this coming week or so. Let's just get a message from the general energy here, see what's going on. I get this person that's shaking down like a coat that's been rained on, and you're stepping into the sun. It's like the Ten of Cups in a way. It's a happiness after difficulty, because it's that sensation of, yeah, things are really, really working for me. Really good energies for you. But it's coming out of the storm. The difficulties of getting things in place and working them. Okay. See what goes on the financial sort of side. There's a certain degree of no, Cody, stay there, please. Sorry about that. There's a certain degree of investment that needs to happen. Now, this investment could be financial, but it could also be time. It could be learning a new program, for example. It could be learning AI, for example, or could be learning, something that's going to be, I've got to say that I'm not a great fan of AI, but you know, uh, there's learning something. It could be an online workshop, or it could be a workshop that you're going to, or it's learning how good you are at one thing as well. That could also be the other thing. But it could also be like, pure investment of investing financial in a business, or investing your time as well in something. And it seems like this investment is, it's like you're buying let's say you're buying a pizza oven, and now you can sell pizzas. And that's when you're going to get returns and returns and returns and returns. And it seems like a perpetual return from your investment that's going on there. Really not really good energy in the way of financial sort of, not necessarily financial rewards, because I'm not sure, but you're investing more than anything else. I think that's the essential part of it. And it could be investing in the promotion in a career path, or putting through um, uh, you know applications for jobs and so forth. But it's in taking the time and investing in your life, I think, is going to be really important, because you're seeing the results. It's going to make things a little not a little bit easier, but a lot easier for you to actually just build that enthusiasm to to go on and push it through. Let's see what's going on the relationship side. sometimes it's difficult for people to hear or understand your side of the story. And, you know, it's like when you're in a foreign country and they don't speak the same language as you. You know, the classic thing is rather than sort of like speaking slower, you start increasing the volume, and you don't want to do that. Here, I think is like, within your relationship side, I think you need to take a step back, so you don't get clobbered, basically. So you can take a step back and then, express slowly. So, being very choosy about the words or the things that you do in the relationship, or how you approach it, or how you engage in the relationship, and being very precise in the way in which you input into the relationship. Otherwise, you might find yourself sort of like either having to sort of like fold yourself in 1,000 ways in order for it to work, or just giving over too much and end up being conflictual, really, because you'll end up with nothing, and you're kind of going, well, I'm investing in the relationship and I'm not getting anything back. But once you can sort of like, be very sort of tempered in the way in which you sort of invest, I think that's when you're going to realize and get the best returns out of things. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the sort of spiritual sort of path of life. Philosophy has its limits, and it's nice to philosophize in life, but at the same time, it has to have some sort of outcome. It has to have some sort of outlet. And here is a case of doing rather than thinking about something in a spiritual sort of sense. Knowing your path because you're walking it, rather than knowing it because that's what it seems right within you. So it's all about doing rather than thinking in that sort of sense there. But very good energies, very good sort of constructive, honest energies that make you feel, oh yeah, this is it. I'm getting the returns. Things are moving on in the right direction. Things are going like they should be. It's making me feel good. Sort of scenario. See if I get anything out of that. Your connection to animals is a way that helps you to step back from the situation. So, and that could be anything with the birds that are around you, the ants, or anything like that, as much as a cat and a dog. But observing and connecting to that, I think, will really help you out this week. So, okay, let's just have a look at see what's going on in your aura, shall we? Or the chakra sequencing, sorry. Connecting there. Okay, we've got the central point. We've got the crown and the root. It's all to do with your consciousness of doing, basically. There's a lot of movement going on, actually, for you. What you're doing at the moment is going to change your world in the future. So there's no going back on it, as in a way, but it's just a case of got to go ahead and do it. So there's a lot more on the crown, and it's being conscious about the situation, being conscious about how you're engaging with it all, and seeing how it affects you, how it affects your life around you. And this could be on your financial side as much as on your relationship side, all of it together. And then we get to the solar plexus. It comes onto the solar plexus. And this is where your determination does play into the third eye as well. And I think this is where your determination has, don't bite off more than you can chew here. And I think this is going to be the biggest thing that's going to help you of starting the day and realizing what you can possibly do. You can do 1,000 things, but are you going to be able to do all of those 1,000 things in that one day? Probably not. And realizing that will help you to concentrate on the quality side of things rather than the quantity. And I think this is where your solar plexus is helping you to give that inner vision so you can then clearly invest in which a life that is good for you, that gives you the returns. And then you get the heart and the throat chakra. There's the teaming up of chakras is really off the wire this week here. And this is where the communication comes in. This is where your beautiful, joyous side can really flow with the joy of the heart, as it were. And because you're doing things, because you're getting results. And it's like, it's making that enthusiastic side of you come to life in a really beautiful way that's soul satisfying for you, and makes you feel that, yes, this is it. I'm winning in life, you know. But this is all setting up for a future. And that future is coming up because your birthday season is coming up. And it's putting everything into order as well. And that's what the sacrum and the third eye is all about. Sacrum, the solar plexus and the third eye is all about. And then it goes back to the crown and the root. So it brings you back to where they're much more in balance now, actually. It brings you back to a pathway which works for you in a really good way. Just have a look and see what's going on your aura. It's taking your place. I think your aura's, it's wide rather than high. So it's like you're creating your own space. And it's knowing those connections with the outside world of what works and what doesn't work. Not only for you, because then it's going to help other people that are around you realize how to connect with you. And once they realize how to connect with you, you're going to be a winner. You're going to be a real winner, Virgo. And I think this is because you're not trying to do too much. I think that's really, really important this week here. Once you realize that, all of a sudden, the quality out of things you do are going to be way beyond, in value of what you could ever achieve in quantity. Doing 1,000 things, okay, is nothing compared to doing 3 or 4 things amazing. Let's just see what the general energy is for you. 7 of Wands. Knowing your pathway, having the passion and the revelation of that pathway, which is the number 7. It's revealing to you how to actually go about life and the best of getting out of it. It works really well for you, Virgo, and it goes so quickly. This is where I think you're getting the returns. Things are finally starting to happen for you by the looks of things, and having things in balance. This card here, they've got, there's 2 sphinxes, so it's a very, I would say it's philosophical, but it's almost like a magician or an alchemist sort of way of approach, combining the physical and the metaphysical together, and understanding both sides of the story, which is allowing you to go on very quickly on your pathway, and brings you the results as well out of it all. Let's see what's going on. Get the Page of Wands. Yeah, allowing that joyous side to you to come to the surface at the end that we saw within the chakra sequencing. It really does allow you to live and explore and enjoy. And the 5 of Swords. This is a transitional thing, and I think this is that realization of what your connections with other people, and what is quality and what is not. And this is where you're walking away from situations that are just sort of like too messy, too complicated, and you're working on the things that are simple, clear, and to the point for you. Absolutely beautiful. There you go, Virgo. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do. Much appreciate, and thank you for your confidence in subscribing and liking and sharing and all of that. Don't forget about the messages from energy. And we'll also have the live on Sunday night and other energy videos on this channel here. It'd be beautiful to see you there. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.